Good day, everyone. Our topic for today is about memory. We all know that memory has a big role in our lives, but before I proceed, we need to know first what memory is. Memory is when we retain and draw on our past experience to use that in present. There are three common operations of memory. The first one is encoding, which is the process of converting information into a construct that can be stored within the brain. The next is storage. It refers in maintaining information over time. And the last one, the cognitive process of bringing stored information into consciousness. There are two major categories thus used for measuring memory. The first one is recall versus recognition. Recall is simply bringing a thought or idea learned previously, while recognition, it refers to our ability to recognize an event or piece of information as being familiar. There are three types of recall. First, serial recall. It is when you recall the exact word that they were presented. Example of it is fill in the blank. You need to remember the exact word needed. Next, free recall. It is when you recall items in any order you choose. For example, multiple choice. It is just you need to choose any of the choices. And the last one, cued recall. It is the retrieval of memory with the help of cues from the word cues. The second major category is implicit versus explicit. Implicit is memory that recalled unconsciously, or it is uses past experience to remember things without thinking about them. Second one is explicit. This is the conscious effort to recall memories of the past, or the recollection of previous events or knowledge gained over time but not used on a regular basis. There are two types of explicit memory. First one is episodic memory. It is a recollection of life events or autobiographical memory, such as names, birthday, and etc. The second one is semantic memory. Semantic memory is a non-biographical memory, and it includes things like conscious memory of formula and problem-solving techniques. Let's go to the models of memory. The first one is the traditional model of memory. In the mid-1960s, there are two structures of memory, and it was proposed by William James. First is primary memory. It holds the temporary information currently in use. Kumbaga, pansamantala. Second one, secondary memory. It holds information permanently. In one word, pangmatagalan. The second model is Atkinson-Shiffrin model, year 1968. It is also known as modal or multi-store model. It is proposed by Richard Atkinson and Richard Shiffrin. This model is a process of encoding, consolidation, storage, and recall. This model is consisted of three memory stores: sensory store, short-term store, and long-term store. Sensory store is capable of storing relatively limited amounts of information for a very brief period of time. It will last less than 1 second. Short-term memory is capable of storing information for somewhat longer period but relatively limited capacity as well. This short-term store lasted only less than 1 minute. And for the last memory store, long-term store, It is capable of storing information for a long period of time. This store is for the lifetime. The third model is the level of processing model. It is proposed by Fergus Craig and Robert Lockhart. It is a continuous dimension not specifically separated by stores, unlike Atkinson's infinite model, and there are theoretically an infinite number of levels of processing. It can also apply to nonverbal stimuli. This is the framework of level of processing. Under of level of processing is physical, and basis for processing of it is visually apparent features of the letter. Second level is phonological, and its basis is sound combination and associated with the letters. The last one is semantic, and its basis is meaning of the word. That's the framework of level of processing. The fourth model is the working memory model. It is proposed by Baddeley and Hitch by year 1974. They view short-term and long-term memory from a different perspective. Also, they argue that the picture of short-term memory provided by the multi-store model is far too simple. First, what is working memory? Working memory is also known as short-term memory, and according to Dasher 2003, it holds only the most recently activated or conscious portion of long-term memory, and it moves these activated elements into and out of brain, temporary memory storage. Components of working memory that Baddeley originally suggested that working memory comprises 5 elements. The first element is visuospatial sketchpad. Visuospatial sketchpad holds only visual images. Second one is phonological loop. It holds the inner speech for verbal comprehension and acoustic rehearsal. And also, there are 2 critical components of phonological loop. The first one is phonological storage, and the last one is sub-vocal rehearsal. The third element is central executive, which is both coordinates attentional activities and govern responses. For the fourth element, subsidiary slave system, it performs other cognitive or perceptual tasks. And the last element is episodic buffer. It has limited capacity system that is capable of providing information. And the fifth model is the multiple memory system. It is proposed by Endel Tulving by year 1970. Long-term memory does not simply contain records of a specific sensory information that has been perceived. It also contains information that has been transformed and organized in terms of meaning. This according to Carlson in 1993. Tulving distinguished between information about specific items and suggested that there is 2 kinds of long-term memory. The first one is episodic memory. It is constantly changing, while the semantic memory is very consistent. This is the diagram of multiple memory system. According to this model, memory has 2 types. The first one is declarative and the last one is non-declarative. And declarative has 2 types also. The first one is semantic, which is facts about his life, and the second one is episodic, which is events of his life naman. Other types of memory is non-declarative, which has 4 types. The first one is procedural skills. Example of it is motor, perceptual, or cognitive. Next is priming. Example of it is perceptual also and semantic. third, conditioning, and fourth, non-associative or habituation sensitivation. The fifth and last model, the connection is perspective. According to network models of memory, the connections between neurons are the source of memories, and the strength of connection corresponds to how well a memory is stored. Parallel distributed processes model, or also known PDP, is an example of a network model of memory. PDP posits that the memory is made of neural networks that interact, store information.
So guys, it's your boy Yegyan. Kala mo vlogger ako dito, magre-report lang naman ako dito. So yun guys, ang i-report ko yung types of memory. So dito sa types of memory, mayroong tatlo. Yung sensory, yung... Mayroong ingin nyo! Video ko dito. So yan nga, mayroong tatlo. Yung sensory, short term, tsaka long term. So tutulungan sila para ma-retain yung long term memory sa utak natin. So first, yung sensory memory. So yung sensory memory, ito yung parang encoding ng something sa utak natin. Itong sensory memory ay yung shortest term na nare-retain yung stimuli sa utak natin. So for example, ilan to? So yun, ilan yan? Yun, bali dalawang 2. So bali 4. So 4 fingers. So yun yung ability ng brain natin na ma-retain yung certain stimuli sa kanya. Mayroong ingin nyo! So yung stimuli na nadidetect ng ating brain na nawawala agad. Kasi daw, yung brain natin ay nakadesign para ma-retain lang yung mga memories na kailangan niya for later date. At hinahayaan lang yung iba na lumagpas ng hindi natin na magbayad. So next, yung short-term memory. Ito yung short-term memory. Dito naman nangyayari temporary recall na information. So for example, ilang daliri ka na may flash sa screen. Alam niyo? Yes, dalawa yun. Dalawa. So bali 4 fingers. So dahil naalala mo kung ilang fingers yung flash ko nila sa screen, napagana mo yung short-term memory at na-recall mo yung certain information na yun. So next, yung long-term memory. Patay ba ako dyan? Mayroong ingin nyo! So, balik tayo. So, dito daw sa long-term memory, di lang tinatago yung information na kailangan natin for the rest of our life. Hindi naman for the rest of our life, pero yung kailangan natin for the long run. At tayo daw mga tao, ay nagre-relate tayo dito sa long-term memory ng sobra. So, bakit sobra? So, tayo mga tao, madami tayong mga bagay na kailangan tandaan na kailangan natin parating sa utak natin. For example, so, sino yung pangalan ng kapitbahay natin? Sino yung teacher natin? Sino yung manunubang sila? At ito daw, long-term memory is subdivided into two parts: implicit or declarative memory at explicit or procedural memory. So what's up guys, it's your boy. Yes, ibang araw na to. Kasi nung mga nakarang araw, napanood ako ng mga k-drama tsaka movies. So, balik tayo. So, yun nga guys, yung long-term memory is subdivided into two parts: explicit memory or declarative memory at saka implicit memory or procedural memory. So, dito sa explicit memory guys, conscious nating inaalala yung mga information. For example, solving statistics problem. Sa solving statistics problem, merong steps kung paano makukunin yung sunod-sunod. For example, ito muna, tapos ito, bago mo makuha to. So next, implicit memory. Dito sa implicit memory, unconscious na nating inaalala yung mga information. Or tinatawag niyo siyang muscle memory. For example, sa pagbabike. Di ba pag nagbabike naman tayo, hindi naman step by step ang tinatandaan na, okay, una ganito. Una, apak muna ako dito, tapos titingin ako sa daan. Di ba hindi naman tayo ganun magbike? Yung implicit memory yung dahilan kung ba't natin nagagawa yan. Next naman daw, inahati naman daw yung explicit memory or declarative memory sa dalawa. Ito ay yung semantic memory at saka episodic memory. First, yung episodic memory. Ito siya. Or in other word, yan lang yung nangyaring episode sa buhay natin. For example, ano ba nangyari sa'yo nung bata ka? Ano yung pinaka-memorable experience mo nung high school ka with your high school friends? Yun ang example ng episodic memory. Next naman ay semantic memory. Okay, basahin ko na lang ito More structured records of facts, meanings, concepts, and knowledge about external world that we have acquired. So, what's this explanation? It takes more effort para maalala tong semantic memory. So, meron na example dito. Ito basahin ko lang ginamit dito example na yung apples. Sa semantic memory, apples, edible, fruit, stem, seeds, tree, red, round, and sweet. Sa episodic memory naman ay, yan, para silang mga bobong kumakain ng apple sa patya.
So yun, medyo lumabo yung camera dito kasi medyo pagabi na. So pagbasensyahan nyo na lang, kaya let's go, proceed na ulit tayo.
Retrospective memory. Yun, retrospective memory. Retrospective memory, ito yung memory ng tao, bagay, pangyayari, experience mo na na-encountered nung past na inaalala mo. Yun yung retrospective memory. Yun lang yung BSP. So next, prospective memory. So dito sa prospective memory, parang inaalala mo yung bagay ngayon para maalala mo mamaya. For example, ganito. Pinapabili ka ng nanay mo ng bagay. Nak! Halika nga dito. Bakit po, Nay? Bumili ka nga ng sibuyas, toyo, suka, at saka paminta. Tandaan mo sibuyas, toyo, suka, at saka paminta. Huwag mo makakalimutan. Okay po, Nay. Sibuyas, toyo, suka, at saka paminta. Ito ba? Pumunta nga tindahan at naglakad ka. At ganito ang ginawa mo. Sibuyas, toyo, suka, at saka paminta. Sibuyas, toyo, suka, at saka paminta. Pabili nga po ng sibuyas, toyo, suka, at saka paminta. At yun yung example ng prospective memory.